Hello, welcome to Narrative Tales. In this channel, I talk to guests about their life and experiences and see what we can take away from their narratives. Today, I'll be interviewing Ankita Sharma. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, let's start with your schooling. What was your school and college like, and how do you think they shaped your personality over time?
I think I come from Jaipur city. So most of the colleges when I was studying were mostly either, girls' college or specific boys' college. Not much co-ed colleges. Those school, for us, school is like till grade 12th. Okay, and after that, you go to college in India. So school was co-ed, but so my school really helped me to kind of motivate me or get me into extracurricular because this is what my field is all about. Although I was into all the other things as well, like debates and speeches and poetry, all of that. And then I went into my college, which is like a degree course. But when I started studying commerce. Though I wanted to be an arts student, but some sort of you can say family pressure, because as an art student you don't have too much. If I talk about India now, though now you have a lot of streams, a lot of options, but back then or maybe we didn't know so much about it. So pretty much we had like either science or commerce. So I did commerce, and while I was studying commerce, I realized that my inclination is towards arts, and it became very strong enough to tell my parents about it, because before prior to that I was also a little confused. And I started learning dance as in my free time. In evenings I would go and learn dance. And while I was doing that, I realized that I find more peace and more interest in learning and knowing about the dance form, and and that is when I decided to quit commerce. And after that, I did my postgrad in literature, English literature. But till then, also dance was not in the forefront. So as far as the school and college is concerned, like you asked me, the question was that how it has helped me in my decision making. I think the extracurricular activity that we had, that kind of gave me an insight as to what I wanted, which though came very late in my life. So yeah,
Yeah, I can relate to that a lot. I think extracurriculars help me explore more than just the academic
correct,
side. Yeah. So I'm wondering,
correct.
when you told your family, how did they respond when you told
Mhm.
them that you wanted to pursue dance?
So initially what happened was I was still studying, right? I was pursuing my master's in literature, and simultaneously I was also giving my competitive exams for banking and all other stuff. So like a lot of different different kind of fields that I was into. And one fine day, what happened was that my guru is the uh, teacher from whom you're learning the art form. So my guru, she asked me if I'm, if I've done my course, and if I'm free in the morning time, and if I would love to teach dance to students in a school. And by then I was just preparing for my competition exam, for which I had to go to classes in the evening and prepare in the evening. So I give it a call. I was like, okay, fine, because this interests me. And anyway, competition and all of this is a little too hard, like too hard for me to kind of grasp. So and it was quite intense also. You need some free time for yourself. So I thought, like, yeah, why not? So I said yes to her. And when I told my parents, they were also quite okay with it, because it was still a teaching job. The school was it was a very reputed school, very close to my house. And my folks were also like, okay, fine, if this is what you want to do as a part time. It was still not a mainstream thing. So they were like, okay, if you want to do this as a part time, you can go ahead. And that is how it started. And then when I started teaching, that was a time when my folks also realized, and I also realized, that this is what I want to do. So initially it was difficult. It was difficult to kind of, cajole them, tell them that this is what I wanted to do. Because even when I was teaching in school, they kept they kept asking me, just give another exam, go for a competition exam, because but this is what they felt was right for me. But I think eventually everything fell into places.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm pretty lucky to have a dad that would accept any career path I pick when I grow up.
Yeah, but see, when I was growing up, the thing was also that it was difficult, because I was also not sure. And this happens with most of the kids. Okay, so till 25, till the age of 25, I was not sure what I wanted to do. And do I really want to be a dancer, a professional dancer? Because see, I was good in academics also. And I cleared few competitive exams, though it didn't turn out to be what I wanted. But so even I was confused that maybe I can do this as well, but my heart goes here to dancing. And so were my parents. And till school, till graduation, all my grades were good, everything was nice. So a typical Indian family would focus more on academics. And in my family, since there was no such example of any artist, I don't come from a family of artists, which you usually would see, that people who have their parents or somebody in their house, or somebody who's guided them towards this field. They move on and take this field forward. But in my family, nobody was there. So there were quite some apprehensions as to, probably my parents didn't know how to guide me. And so they were little, this thing, skeptical about it. And so was I. But I think over the period of time, I realized, and then I started doing, learning different dance forms, and did my course also, did my proper 5-year graduation in the dance. And yeah, and that is when, things got serious.
Yeah, actually, I'm wondering, as a professional dancer, how do you get to there? How do you become a professional dancer? What are the steps you have to take to do that?
So obviously the foundation is your practical training that you take under a teacher. So I am trained under Bharatanatyam dance form, which is an Indian classical dance form. And so you have to give quite a good time of your life to get trained, and even to perform your first dance, which we call Arangetram. So for that, you need at least 8 years of dedicated practice and time to the art form. So most also another thing I would like to add is most of the people that you see who are into dance form, they're learning from the very beginning when they were kid. But I started when I was in college. So my graph was quite different. Everything started late, and but everything happened for good. So from there, you have to give those 8 years, first to your guru and like a teacher and to the dance form, and then only you can perform your first dance, which is called Arangetram. Then if I go academically, then you have to do your graduation. So, as to get into, if you want to take a profession of a teacher in a school, so you have to do your graduation at least, and then there is postgrad, and there is PhD, all sort of degrees. Or otherwise, there are independent school. You can also have your own academy, do your independent, you have your own dance class, or you can get trained under a guru who or a teacher who has her own company. You can dance as an ensemble and present onto different stages. So yeah, and I've done all of that.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. So wait, how long did this take in total?
So it's been 15 years now. But you know what? But everything can happen simultaneously. While learning, also you can be performing.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, and
yeah.
you can teach also in a school, and you can perform also, and you can keep learning also. Since it's skill based, so the learning never stops.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm wondering, looking ahead, what are some of your key goals that you hope to achieve in your dance career over the next like 5 or 10 years?
Okay. So right now, since I've moved my base. Earlier, I started from Jaipur, then I went to Delhi. Now I'm in Bangalore, another city in India. So right now, my focus is to find a guru, because find a teacher, which is very very important, because I still want to keep learning. Um, though I've moved my base, I do have my students online. I do teach online, but I also feel that there is something that is still missing. So I want to have my proper, academy, which I used to have back then, but then I have to start from the scratch. So this is what my goal is, and probably train more students. I have trained quite a few students, got them degree, but I want to train more students and give them that space where they can explore their art, explore themselves, their art, and be more expressive.
That sounds amazing. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
also wondering, is there someone you look up to in your personal and professional life? Someone who maybe like inspired your values or inspired your career?
So values and career are two different takes, I would say. I mean, if I talk about values, I think all the people in my life, especially my family. I come from a joint family, so in my family, everybody is doctor or engineer, you know. So though I don't have a straight inspiration, but from here and there, I would like to draw inspiration from people, especially from the women. There are quite a few women in my family who run household, and then few of them, they go out and work. So a good balance, because my mom, she's a homemaker, but there were other women who used to go out and work. So I had learned from everybody, if you talk about values. Okay. And then if I talk about inspiration, I think being an Indian, the inspiration for dance comes from Bollywood. So initially my inspiration was all the actresses, Sri Devi, Madhuri, and all the choreographers, Farah Khan, and Saroj Khan. And if you go back then Vaijayanti Mala was my favorite. And I got to know more about her, and I realized that she's learned Bharatanatyam. And also, I also used to geek out a lot on Indian history. And I used to see all these images in the South Indian temples, and I used to get very, very fascinated by them. And very later, I realized that, okay, this is also, this is the representation is quite similar to the dance form, which is Bharatanatyam. And yeah, that's how I got inspired.
Yeah, yeah. Let's switch gears actually. I wanted to say something about Bollywood. So I don't really watch
Hmm.
a lot of Hindi films, right? But my dad, he really likes Govinda and he thinks he's the best dancer. Yeah.
He
And
is.
actually at a lot of our family meetings, he's loved to recreate some of his moves. So that's always a fun time. But
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I like Hrithik Roshan. I watch all of his movies, maybe a bit too much, and I love his dance moves much
Oh
more,
yeah,
right?
Hrithik Roshan is like modern age,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hero, a dancer hero. But back then it was all Govinda,
yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't compare.
My dad told me this too, but I mean, I know you said you can't compare, but what do you think? What do you think makes their dance styles distinct from each other?
Like Govinda and Hrithik.
Yeah,
Like I said, Govinda is he's very desi, desi in the sense. He's very Indian. His dance moves are very Indian, comes out of folk dance forms. And back then in the 90s, most of the dances that we used to do, which the movements used to come from the folk dances of India, and also pretty much influenced by the Michael Jackson era. So the amalgamation was that, and Govinda was an amalgamation of Indian and Michael Jackson. I don't want to draw that comparison, but yes. And if you see Hrithik Roshan is he's a little modern age. He's a modern age hero. So his dance moves are also a different, pretty much more westernized than Indian, though he can do both. But his body language, his demeanor, everything is very, very westernized. So I think that is the main difference. Also, the music and the composition back in the 90s, the music had more Indian beats. But now, if you listen to Bollywood music, there'll be more Western beats on music. The percentage would be more. So are going to be the dance moves. So yeah, that's the difference.
okay. I have to ask to settle with my dad. Who do you think is better?
Oh no. Oh no, that is a tough question. I love watching both of them, and in my free time, it's either going to be Govinda back to back. I cringe on that, like back to back Govinda songs or back to back Ritik. So I don't know. And since I'm a '90s kid, I fall on both the lines. I fall on both the lines, so I can't.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
They're both too good.
Yeah,
Too good.
that's true. I can agree with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's switch the topic. What was it like working
Mm-hmm.
on the music video of Dabi Rahi?
Dabi Rahi happened to me when I was actually doing a lot of work. I was teaching, I was training students. I had my academy. I was also into events. I used to go and teach in events. Uh, I had like a lot of work, and then all of a sudden there was one of my juniors from my school. He came up to me, and he had just recently moved from Mumbai, which is the Bollywood capital of India. So he had recently moved as I think director, assistant director, and he's moved to Jaipur, which is both of our hometown, and he wanted to start his own production company. So very nicely, he called me up one day, and we met. And then he told me that this is what his vision is. This is what he wanted to do. He wanted. I mean, he's still doing a great, amazing job. His name is Arpit Gangwal, and he told me that his vision is that he can create stories, or he can show Jaipur or Pink City um, to the masses and tell people that good work can also come from small town, since Jaipur is a tier 2 city. And coming from Bombay, he's realized that now in a digital age, place really doesn't matter. It is what you want to say. And I really bought that. And I was like, yeah, tell me what you want. I'm game for it, and I want to, really move forward with your vision. And it's an amazing thing that you're doing for your city. And that's how this idea came to me. He already, I think he'd already pictured Dabi Rahi in his mind, that this is how he wanted to present Dabi Rahi. It was Diwali time, pre-Diwali, so the Jaipur city was lit with lights, and he wanted to capture that, the Jaipurians' true essence, and also two young people who just met, who had a small encounter, and they go into a zone vibe together, and then come back and realize it was just a dream. And I like that. I like that idea. And he also told me that you completely fit into that picture, because probably he wanted somebody who's very vibrant, and obviously a dancer and actor. And yeah, it was amazing. It was pre Diwali, the city was lit. We were running on the street with cameras. We had our own entourage. There was a makeup dada, makeup man also with us. And we got a tuk tuk from somewhere. There were a lot of things. All young folks were doing whatever we could. And yeah, people really appreciate it. After the video came out, they really appreciate it. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds incredible. I've always wondered what it's like to work on these music videos.
Yeah, it is amazing. It's enriching, and it is also very freeing. And you can be one character, you can just get into one character, and you can just do whatever you want to. I mean, obviously within the lines, within the boundaries of that character. But yeah, it was like doing everything that we did. I don't think it is possible for me to do right now. Like, if I am me myself, it was just because I was playing a part and there was camera around, so I had like full rights to, do and dance on the street. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, one more question I have actually. What advice would you give to people who are maybe exploring areas that are like further from the standard academics or exploring dancing specifically? What advice would you have for them?
Yeah, so I think this a lot of my students also used to ask me, students who were very good in academics and they wanted to pursue dance as well, or they were very confused. So I always give them one advice, that finish your studies. It's very, very important to at least do your graduation and then make up your mind, because it's too early. But then not stopping what you're doing. Whatever exposure you get on stage, do not leave your teacher, or if you don't have, if you're moving cities, find a new teacher, complete your education, and then you decide what you want to do. Because sometimes what happens is because now if you see this, there's a trend where everybody's dancing on social media and everybody wants to be a dancer, or do something in that field. And very late you realize that not everybody can dance. It was just a whim, probably at that age. And then it is too late. And I also believe that if you want to learn a skill, which is any skill, I think education is very important, so that you can actually use what you've learned through education, the sharpened mind, onto your skill. So yeah, this is what I would like to tell them. And also keep exploring your skill, your dance form. And whenever you get that clue, okay, this is what I wanted to do, then go ahead with it. And then there should be no looking back.
Yeah, thank you. That's some wonderful advice.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I'm done asking questions. That's everything I have. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, I would. I just wanted to know that what is your idea behind doing these interviews or conversations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my main aim is to learn more about various career paths, right? My family might only be in a few career paths, but by doing this, I get to learn a lot more. And also networking and meeting new people.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. Especially what you said about getting idea about different fields. Yeah, lovely. And I've seen your videos, by the way. I've seen your interviews. They're all amazing interviews, all different fields, and I hope we get to see more videos from again different field.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really hoping I can explore more fields in the future. Yeah.
All right, all the best to you, Soham.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for your time.
Same here. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for watching this episode of Narrative Tales. If you enjoyed, you might enjoy some of my other videos as well.